Story 1. I secretly hate my wife's homemade macaroni and cheese. Other people love it, and the kids do too, but it's not for me. I eat it because she's proud of it, and I don't want to make her sad. Edit. Note, it's not bad macaroni and cheese, at least according to everyone else. It gets requested for events frequently. I just don't like it. Story 2. I won the lottery, a small amount but significant enough, and haven't told anyone in my family. Edit. And for everyone who has direct messaged me, yes, I will absolutely share 1,000, but first you must send me a mere €10 to cover the transfer fee. Thanks in advance. Story 3. I'm burnt out because my kids have special needs, require a lot of medical care, and it's been an extremely rough few months with some very scary moments. One time, I genuinely thought my daughter would die. Because they can still go to a normal school and live a relatively normal life, people don't see the issues we face at home. We have no support system at all, literally no one. I will never tell them, I will never show them. They need me to be okay and relentlessly positive, so that's what I am for them. Story 4. I pretend like I hate dancing, but I've been taking dance lessons and going to a social dance every weekend for probably 4 to 5 months in preparation for a big family event. Story 5. My secret is that I often fantasize about an apocalypse where I'm left all alone, and it sounds like a utopia. It almost makes me want to gather a survival backpack, call myself Dora, and impatiently wait for the headline, "World is collapsing." Story 6. I work extra hours from Monday to Thursday and bank the time, then finish work 4 hours early on Friday. I drive to a car park near home, which is on the coast, and spend 4 hours sitting there, drinking coffee and reading just to get some peace and quiet. My family thinks I'm at work. My wife thinks I leave early for work to avoid traffic. My wife 100% gets her own time too, and we do go places together as well. I know she goes out while I'm at work, not because I snoop, but because she leaves the receipts in her clothes pockets, which I empty out before putting her clothes in the wash. Story 7. I was a drug addict for 2 years to the point I was just living to get high, but it never broke me. I was still going to work and making a living for myself, never in debt. Neither my relationships with the people I love got bad. I've been clean for 8 years, but oh boy, do I miss those high-as-a-kite moments. Also, I always wondered what breast milk tastes like. Story 8. I'm pretending to not hate my wife for cheating and that I'm working on the marriage. I'm figuring out how to best start a new life with 2 young kids and not completely mess them up. I'll be fine eventually, but I worry about being a good single dad for them. Story 9. I fantasize about packing up my life and moving to a town where no one knows me in order to start over, and not telling anyone where I am going. I'm not unhappy with where I am at. I live a pretty good, comfortable life. I just feel stuck, and I feel like the only way I can get out is by keeping it a secret and moving on. Story 10. I was taken advantage of in my early teens by an older woman, leading to her pregnancy. Now I'm in my early 20s as a single father with full custody and no help. The secret? I hate my life. I struggle with the terrible things I think of. It makes me think I'm a bad person. Story 11. No one at work knows that I am quitting before Christmas. I am going the franchise route. Just signed a lease. Architects are already involved, so we can shop for contractors and get to the build-out. I have been working on this since the beginning of the year. I make quite a decent amount of money at my current place. But the industry is dying, the job is soul-sucking. Changing jobs is nearly impossible for me, and I work 7 on-off 12-hour midnights. I do not want to miss any more holidays or life events. My child is 5. I want to coach Little League. I want to be able to go to a concert or show if I want to. I cannot do anything I want to do in life with the current job. Story 12. I hate the life I'm building. I hate every aspect of the skills I am sharpening just to earn a living. Every day I feel more depressed, and I have no idea if I'm going to love myself in a few years. Story 13. I have 14 unique email accounts and accompanying voice over internet protocol lines solely established to obtain various deals and promotions throughout the year. At first, I did it to get free or discounted food in college. Then I realized that stores give big discount coupons on birthdays. From there, It just spread to the point where I use these accounts to get discounted or free short-term memberships at establishments. I keep an ongoing spreadsheet to track what deals I have used versus remaining each month on each email. On days when I actually buy the items, I use my primary account to make the purchase and accumulate points. Yes, I know about email salting and use that as well, but some sites or apps have caught on and have defenses against this. Story 14. I have a hard time feeling emotions when people I know or knew die. I know it's horrible for the person and the people close to them, but I don't feel it. Music does work sometimes. Story 15. I am not happy. I have a decent job, an amazing family, great friends, and a wife who cares about me. But despite all that, I am not really happy. I have been doing a great job of faking it, putting on this mask that makes everyone think I have got it all together. But inside, I feel stuck in this constant state of meh, like I am just going through the motions. I have tried making more time for the things I used to love, like gaming and watching sports, things that should bring me joy, but it is like something is still missing every time. Even when I do those things, I am still not happy, and it is starting to get exhausting pretending like everything is fine when it is not. I just want to feel proud of my work, to get that spark back from doing the things I love, but lately, it feels like no matter what I do, I cannot break out of this cycle. It is frustrating, and I do not know how to fix it. I just want to feel joy. Story 16. I was an alcoholic from 18 until 30 and have been sober since New Year's of this year, and I've had a cocaine, morphine, codeine, and Adderall addiction on and off throughout my 20s, but have been clean since New Year's of this year also. Story 17. I took Ozempic and it changed my life around. I now eat well and exercise regularly, but I don't tell people I took it because of the shame that came with it. I went from 360 pounds to 230 pounds and feel incredible. Story 18. I never thought I had anything but just a normal hippie mom until years later. I am in my 30s now and married, but looking back, it's really hard to figure out what was normal and what was not okay. My mom was definitely a hippie. She is against war, an environmentalist, a civil rights protester, and so on. The first time she met my now wife's mom, she made comments wistfully about the free love era and left me with a red face and my wife's Midwestern mom laughing politely. My parents brought my sister and me traveling often when we were kids, sometimes including nude beaches. My mom, in particular, was never shy about her body, and I regularly saw her naked through high school until I left for college. These are comments, actions, or behaviors that I think were either borderline or crossed the line. What do you think? Regularly commented about how much she enjoyed breastfeeding when my sister and I were babies. Always seemed to have a reason to very quietly enter my room when I had the door closed, doing homework or bedtime, and caught me masturbating a few times. She would always say, "Oops, sorry," but then make comments about how it's natural and I shouldn't feel ashamed or like I need to hide anything from her. Constantly asked me about my crushes on girls and who my friends had crushes on, and asked point blank if my friends talked sexually about any of the moms. Around puberty years would often check my development and inspect my genitals, looking for if I was growing peach fuzz or hair down there yet. Flirted with other men in front of me as a child and constantly commented on men's bodies to me, including my friends' bodies, as a teenager. As a teenager, she stopped hiding her affairs from me but used me as an alibi with my dad. Yes, I'm dumb and feel bad for never saying anything to him about it. I have told my wife about some of these things, but not all of them. Very interested in your thoughts. Story 19. Other than existing, I have no real plans. Not for the foreseeable future, not for tomorrow, not even for today. My family loves me, and my wife would become a single mom of 2, so I'm just kind of here, helping out how I can and trying not to get in the way. Story 20. I stopped smoking weed and being a barber, owning my own barbershop. I got a really good job and got married to a really good and super Christian woman that I changed for. And, damn, do I miss my old life. I just miss giving the best drop skin fades known to man in my own shop and smoking the best weed after. Story 21. In an effort to spice up a boring dungeon crawl, my character has been hiding a cursed ladle in the pack of another player. Every time they get rid of the ladle, my character puts a new one in their bag at night when on watch. They've spent gold trying to get rid of it, and it keeps coming back. I'm gonna hide a ladle in their house the next time I'm over. Then my character will say they found a way they can transfer the curse to a random person before revealing the location of the hidden ladle in real life. Story 22. I hate my life, think about suicide daily, but won't follow through because of how much it would hurt my mom. I'm turning into an alcoholic just to numb the pain. My ex and I broke up a while back and I am secretly happier without her. But if you ask anyone else, I am a wreck. Story 23. I live close to a Planet Fitness and can connect to their rockbot. So when I'm bored, I queue up some interesting songs like the Zoe 101 theme song and Hannah Montana. Story 24. I regret my career severely. I thought I would only do this until I could find what I truly love. Then it took off under my feet, and I became rather successful in a shortish amount of time. I only continue to do it because of the lifestyle it provides for my wife and kids. They are able to do all the things and cherish many moments. I know I'll be able to retire early and enjoy my life down the road, but the grind has killed me. Story 25. One time, a girl called me at 3 a.m. when I was a senior in high school. She was very attractive, and I thought this was my chance. She said her car had run out of gas and needed some. No problem, she wasn't far from me. I grabbed a red gas can from my grandma's shed and drove out to her. She had a bunch of really drunk friends with her, and she herself seemed pretty sloppy and had been driving. I filled up the tank because what was I supposed to do, refuse? Well, she turned the key over, and complete silence. I looked around to see why, but I just said, "Your battery is dead. I don't have jumper cables. Call a tow truck," and I left. As I put the gas can back in my car, the big whiff of kerosene hit me right in the face, and I got out of there as fast as possible. I never could face her again to tell her I put kerosene in her tank. Story 26. My boyfriend thinks that his impression of Pitbull makes me laugh. It really doesn't, but he always tries to use it when he wants me to smile or laugh, so I'll let him keep believing. Laughing out loud. Story 27. That I secretly hope that one of my friends invites me to hang out or at least message me. I did a social experiment with my friends because I felt I was the only one who wanted these conversations, as I was the one always initiating. I just stopped texting them and visiting their houses. It's been 4 months since then. I did not get any invitation for a trip or a gaming session. I think it's because I'm different from people. I'm weird and noisy. I often show up unannounced at their houses. I'm just being myself. To clarify, I just wanted to know if they'll say what's up if I suddenly go offline. Story 28. I saved my friend's life when we were deployed to Iraq. The only people who know were there. I've never told anyone. The attention just feels so strange. I'm also pretty sure I have severe post-traumatic stress disorder, but I've never asked for help. I feel stupid talking about it. It's been 15 years and I'm making it. Story 29. I put myself in $40,000 of credit card debt throughout COVID and ignored it, probably due to anxiety and depression. I didn't tell anyone for years because I was embarrassed. I finally told my girlfriend a year ago, which pushed us to the brink of breaking up. With her love and help, financially and emotionally, I've paid half of it down already and have a plan to pay it off completely in the next year or two. I have even been able to start saving for an engagement ring. None of my friends or family know about it still. Story 30. I would really like to start dating and meet a great woman, but I am frightened my past behaviors will come back and ruin it. So I sabotage every good opportunity one get. I'm nothing like my past self anymore. I would go as far as to say I'm a good man now, but I used to be a reprehensible person, and the prospect of that returning haunts me. If I did become him again, I'd rather hurt as few people as possible. Story 31. I have grand illusions about packing up and running away from nothing, from my life. Nearly 40, live alone, no significant other or kids, no pets. I get this notion to go on a road trip to nowhere. That and I am someone who does not plan for anything, but is also seemingly prepared for anything. I am odd. Story 32. I have a secret female alter ego, and I also come from a very religious family. I went to a gay bar dressed completely as a woman, felt liberating, as if my inner woman came out. I went 5 times. I haven't gone back since last week. I'm hoping to go again when my folks are out of town. Story 33. I'm 21 and just started schooling in one of my dream universities in a course I never thought I would be able to get into. I'm really happy here, but right before this, I used to be a sex worker. Nobody knows about this, and I never intend on telling anyone about it. Honestly, most of the time it feels like a distant fever dream, even though I was still working literally less than 5 months back. I wish I could say I was young and naive, but I know I still am. I don't feel guilt or necessarily ashamed, but I do conceal it from people because I know my loved ones would never view me the same if they knew. The only thing that eats me up a little inside is the fear that someday in the future, my past becomes known. Story 34. I have never loved someone as much as I do the girl I met in 7th grade. I instantly fell for her. I'm 30 now, and I still feel the same way I did when I was 12. She was my best friend until we got to around 25 and slowly drifted apart. Nothing happened that caused it, just busy with jobs and being adults. I'm so proud of her and what she has accomplished. All the dreams and goals she wanted to accomplish, such as becoming a lawyer, helping people, and becoming a mom. She did all that, and I'm so incredibly proud of her every day. However, the pain I feel, knowing no matter what, it will never be more than a friendship, absolutely kills me inside. I don't want to be alive most days. I've become completely numb to everything. I'm not entitled to a relationship with anyone, and you can't force someone to love you. I know this. It just hurts deep down knowing I'll never be with her. I want to experience life with no one else besides her. I've had girlfriends and whatnot, but I never felt the way I do about them compared to her. I would give everything I have just to be with her. She doesn't know that I still feel this way about her. I hope that one day, I'll be able to make peace with all of this. But till then, I hope I get run over by a bus.